I'll just go through the Reddit questions that have been asked to me. I've filtered them out to reasonable ones. There were a lot that were, how do I put this? Very flaming. So I tried to limit it down, and now we have some questions that we can actually ask. So first, what are the differences between the two players that you felt you needed to make a change?
All right, fuck these questions. I got this. Okay.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
So I actually want to start from the very beginning, I guess. After TI7, was TI7? Demon approached me and he asked if I wanted to play on Fnatic with Abed. But he told me that like him and Fnatic are tight, especially him and Ohio. They're like best buddies or some shit. They're like really close. And like he was already a part of the team, and he just looking for a carry and a mid. And then I was like, oh, all right, cool. And then I messaged Eric in Ohio, and then Ohio told me, he's like, what? Demon in Fnatic? No. Like he's not. Like, I mean, that's how he talks to me. He's like, he's not part of the team yet. Whoever confirmed that, I was like, oh, it was Demon. So like he wasn't actually like even part of the team yet. Never part of the team. In fact, he wasn't even like close. Like there was at least 2 to 3 more players that they were gonna take over him for position 5. So the only way like he would have joined is if somehow he convinced Fnatic that he got a bet, and a bet will only play if Demon plays. Or I would do that. Like if I convince him that I would only play if Demon plays. But if neither one of those options, like that's why he wanted us as well. I mean, he also wants us. He just wants to play with us. You know? Right. But if neither one of those options happened, they would have got. I don't want to like name the players because some of the players like whatever. But there was actually at least 2 more position 5 players. I'll name one of them. Like they would have just took Adam. So yeah, this like thing about like me like fucking over Demon, it wasn't really the case. I mean, at least I think so. And then after that, we wanted to get out of bed, but he wouldn't leave DC because I don't know, he just wouldn't. Whatever.
He liked Bulba, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're friends. You stole him.
Yeah. Well, okay, so no choices in life.
It's fine. You can just tell.
But regardless, we got Excalibur, right? And then we played, and like it didn't feel very good playing. And like the team was actually not cancerous in any way. It was actually a very nice environment to play for. I was very surprised. Like when I entered the house, there was a DJ. He was the only one there. He doesn't even say hi to me, you know. He just watching some Facebook video. He doesn't even say hi. Doesn't turn around. Doesn't look at me. He doesn't give a shit, dude. It's just like these C players. I don't know. Like they don't care about these superficial like handshakes or like hugs or whatever. Like they actually only care about things that are like to them important. Like they're not like introverts. Like I was kind of like that too until I entered the scene. Like and it still took me like a year. So I was like, holy shit, this is so weird. I find friendship like. It can help and it cannot help. But sometimes like friendship is like sometimes like you know you play with a player and they're like, oh yeah, we're friends, like why are we fighting? And like they're just saying a bunch of things that like take you away from the game, and it can be very harmful sometimes because like you're arguing about something that's potentially very important. Like sometimes arguments are actually needed, but then when you actually take these arguments, like at one point like one side wins or one side loses or something just feels off and then one side goes like, yeah, but we're friends, like why are we arguing? And then they like it doesn't stop, you know. And it's like you don't really want to be in that position. I hope no one like in the other teams like I hope they like kind of stop doing that because I know it happens quite a lot. At least what I heard from other people, and it happened to me a few times. And sometimes it helps a lot, right? Because you just have this like sense of trust immediately. When they grew up, they were taught like their dads were probably like, I was a fucking farmer and I fucking loved it. It was great, you know. You're gonna grow up, you're gonna be a plumber, you know. You're probably
a farmer right now.
Huh?
I said you're a farmer.
I guess, yeah, I am. No, I wasn't taught that way. But like, you know, I was taught to like, oh, you have to be a doctor, you have to be you know, you have to be like a lawyer, you know. But they were probably taught like, oh, when you grow up, you're gonna be like you're gonna be a janitor, you know, you're gonna love it. And like they just like they don't have this sense of like they don't want to like take over you. They don't want to like take power, you know. They don't like argue for the sake of arguing. They don't like want to feel like they're a leader, you know. And just to see environment like after every game they will like turn to me and they really like they will ask me like, you know, what do you think went wrong? They were like, and they will look at me with eyes like these puppy eyes. They're like, yo, what went wrong, man? Like
puppy eyes want to fight you or
no, not like those eyes. Like first we were like, you know, let's just like we like Ohio's like been with us for a long time. Like I mean I like personally like I wasn't that close with them yet, but like I still understand. Like I still respect the like that they're like, you know, they've been playing together and like they, you know, they worked out before and you know, so something else was the case. And then regardless, we got a bed. After like we talked about roster changes for like a month, but it didn't happen. Like we're gonna get some mid players.
And when you say we, you mean like everyone else on the team?
No, I mean Ohio was part of this discussion.
Oh, okay.
At least for Excalibur, and even for himself. Like he actually like we actually told him that this is not cool. Like you can be replaced. Because what happened after TI was I mean afterwards like he started practicing really hard, but before that he was like he wasn't playing very much. He was playing like 1 or 2 games a day. Ohio was actually like he's actually a really positive person. Like it was actually very enjoyable playing with him. He always kept I mean, he just starts singing randomly, or like, he'll just be like playing, and I'll just be like, "Oh my wall," and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then you're like, I don't even know what "Oh my wall" means. It's like the meme, like "Oh my wall, Mo Shinder."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He'll just keep saying the first part of it, like repeatedly.
You're making me sad, man. You're saying he's like such a good teammate and stuff. What?
No, he was.
So then what? Why did you change it? So why'd you make this? Why'd you change it?
I mean the biggest issue is just that like the team felt like we can't win. Like we're just not gonna. Like I think that's like
was it the Summit series or what?
No, it just like it just for all the time. Like
because we killed EG.
When a player like is unable to adapt like to like what the team wants, like on a consistent basis for like a few months, it really will like make your team like they'll just like you just look at them and you're like you slowly like lose your passion to win. Like you slowly like you just know that people don't believe that they can win anymore. Like they can't.
You guys made the finals though, so you were seeing mistakes in his play, even when you guys were winning, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Like even when we were winning, we would go over replays, and every time it will always be like at least we would think it was his mistakes. Like maybe we were making our own mistakes, but like we couldn't recognize them as much as his. And more important, it's not really about that. It's more about the fact that like we will recognize our own mistakes as well. But like over time we will develop like an understanding where like we will not make those same mistakes again. After Summon I mentioned it, and then everyone like I mean I only mentioned it to like DJ and Abbott because I was with them, and I wasn't with the like we were on separate flights for some reason. I don't fucking know why. Even though they're like 1 hour apart.
Okay.
But when I brought it up,
don't blame the people that booked the flights. Come on.
But when I brought it up, they were like very strong with it.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not like no, they just kept talking. Like they just wouldn't stop talking. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's like so much things came out, and I was like, damn, like all right.
The floodgates opened essentially.
Yeah, basically like I started right, and then like you just see like they just kept talking about
So what you're saying is that it was a group kind of like discussion, and everyone felt that potentially roster changes need to be made, and it wasn't just like you declaring something.
I mean, I think that's always the case, though.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't there. I'll explain that later too. But like he was apparently still really happy, and he was like, yeah, like I mean, I was coming around, I was like, I think like
that's news to me. That's actually okay.
And I think it became like too friendly. And then so I don't think Eric like felt the need to explain like in deeper detail what the fuck was going on, because apparently like he like Ohio probably cared, but like he was still like I don't know. Maybe he was happy because he just won a best of 5 against TNC, and he's like, yeah, he still. I don't know
But
why
I mean,
exactly.
he's getting a kick. He knows he just got kicked. He's not going to be playing in that major. Like, that.
No, but he's a high,
actually,
he's just a happy dude, right?
uh,
Like, and then like they're very close, right? And he's like, yeah, it's okay,
Okay.
I don't like, and even afterwards he made a statement, right? Like immediately after, and he was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still okay with guys, I'll still cheer guys on, and like everything felt fine.
You felt you were forced to change because the roster lock was so soon.
I mean, we hoped it was sooner actually, but it wasn't,
Oh,
and like,
okay.
we wished they told us actually.
So
If
you
they
wish it
told
was
us, we would've-
either sooner or later, so that you could.
I mean, I
not
just
have
wish they told us.
Okay, all right.
That's it. I just wish they told us a specific date when it was happening. I just wish they planned out better because this system is really bad in so many ways. And I'm like, there's been a lot of threads talking about how bad the system is already. But I feel like they were downvoted because it like took away from the drama. But anyway, back to the original story.
Who would have thought,
But
downvoting. Boy.
But anyway, so what ended up happening was the very moment this roster lock got announced,
Mm-hmm.
I immediately messaged Eric and I was like, "Yo, can he come over now? Like now? Act normal." And like I don't even know if DJ sad, how sad he is or whatever. But regardless, then we played his qualifiers and we're like committed and they
Yeah, but
announced the dates.
can I just ask you? So, if it's really bad and you didn't, it just like felt terrible. Why did you not just tell him? Because it sounds like from how you describe him that he might have understood and been able to play well even if you told him. Do you think that was impossible, or
no? I don't think so. Like,
okay.
I don't think that's an assumption that you can. Like, I think in the past I would have made that assumption, but over time it's like, because like originally on C9, right, when I made my first when we made our first kick ever, which is AUI and Pi, what ended up happening was I actually told them they were getting kicked. I told them bad because like back then I wanted to tell people as soon as possible, so I just messaged them on Skype.
Yeah, I remember that. They were not happy about that.
No, they were not.
They were not happy.
I actually told Eric, like, let's just tell him. Excalibur will be fine. Like, he'll actually keep playing. Completely the same. Because I actually believe that he would do that. Because like he would do it for himself as well. He just wants to keep playing and improve.
Mm-hmm.
And but they're like, no, like you don't do that. Like that's stupid. Like what if he plays bad? Who's gonna take responsibility? And like as a captain, like if I make that choice, I'm basically just fucking over my team. Like I'm basically just fucking over my team for my previous teammate, and like that's not cool at all. I think as a captain, you actually have to make these shitty decisions. But regardless, that wasn't really my decision though. Like that was theirs, right? And then that happened, and Ohio was part of this. He knew he was gonna get kicked, and he was completely fine with this. Of course, this is not after a qualifier. This is after like a tournament. But he was fine with it, and then because of that happened, I was like, yeah, this is actually kind of the proper way you do it. I think flies over, and like we're playing during this time, like we're playing the semifinals or something. So we're not thinking about this. Like we're at least we're trying so hard not to think about this because we have to focus. Like the tournament's not a joke. Like we have to beat really good teams, and then he flies over, and there's some misconceptions in like what Ohio said. The first one is that his name is not universal. Okay. And the second one is that he said that we hide him for a day. Like he arrived the same day we played the tournament.
Okay.
He arrived at like 2, 3 a.m. And like I don't think I think he should understand. Like I won't say that, but I think it's understandable that why we wouldn't want him to play. Like when you have a 24-hour flight and then you have to play on the same day, it's really not reasonable.
And then the infamous, now memed,
pizza party?
biggest meme ever, pizza party happens. What was it like during that dinner? Like, why didn't you just tell him right away?
There was no pizza party at all. It was actually fucking.
He said you guys went out to pizza.
No,
what are you talking
dude,
about?
His English is just not good. Like.
So what happened?
Okay, this is what happened. The very moment the tournament ends, and Universe arrives, and like we still haven't decided yet. We just finished tournament. We're so focused. That's the thing. Like we haven't even made the decision whether he's gonna play or not. It was already assumed by everyone that he's not gonna play because it's ridiculous. No one ever assumes that when you arrive, you play on this immediately.
So it was decided that he was being kicked, but it was not decided who was playing in what yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then immediately after the tournament, I immediately go back. They're like, oh, let's go out to celebrate for dinner. I was like, no, I'm going back right now. And I went back and I talked to the universe and I was like, all right, I want to do it now. Like I know like if you're, you know, he feels scared, you know, like because if we lose, then he's not like, oh, I'm worse than Ohio. There's okay. There was no fucking party. We're just gonna order some fucking pizza.
Okay,
right?
hold on. How many pizzas were ordered?
I don't fucking know because I wasn't
If there's
there.
more than one pizza, it's a pizza party.
All right, then it was a fucking pizza party.
It's a pizza party.
I mean, the thing is like Adam went back to his house because he actually drove back to his house too, and I wasn't there, and Pi wasn't there.
Okay.
So like, what the fuck was the party?
Well,
I guess DJ Abed.
More than one person. If you got 3 people, it's a party.
How Eric were having. I mean, we're always more than one person
party,
there.
You know?
So we're gonna having a party every day. Yeah. We're having Chinese party. We're having a fucking Indian party. We're just having parties all the time.
All right. Okay. So the pizza. I don't want to make light of a very serious situation. Sorry.
Okay.
So the pizza thing happens. You guys eat the pizza. Ohio's feeling great. He must feel awesome, you know, because you guys just qualified. And then you guys gotta kill him. It's literally like you go from 10 to 0.
It's like discussed through like Facebook, but it's not discussed like, and like we want to win the tournament, you know, like we're still in game mode. Like I wake up like I don't want to be distracted. Like I do as fast as I can. I want to play. I want to get ready. I want to prepare. And like everyone's still in that mode. So yeah, we definitely agreed together. But like for us, like everything happened so fast. It didn't really feel like this evil scheme. Like, it didn't feel like we were like fucking. We sat together and we're like, all right, this is how we're gonna fuck over Ohio. All right, first we're gonna have a pizza party. After like, we didn't do any of that shit.
Okay.
You know, we're just fucking playing games.
All right.
And so yeah. Anyway, afterwards, like Eric told him. And like, he was the closest to him, right? So like he did it this time. I wasn't there. I was closest to Excalibur, so I did it with him. But I regret not going because what ended up happening was like I don't think things were explained properly because there was a bunch of misconceptions.
Okay.
I mean, the pizza party thing is just an English thing.
So to summarize, roster lock news drops. You tell Universe to fly over immediately. He flies over. You didn't feel that he was in the condition to play in the tournament immediately because he just flew and was like.
It was not even a feeling. It was just assumed. It's just a pro gaming assumption. So
then you had to play. You felt you had to play the qualifier with Ohio. You decided not to tell him because you felt it would impact his performance. It's unfair to your own team. And then you guys win. And then you wanted to kick him immediately or tell him immediately, and then you regret not being there for the actual kicking after the pizza party.
I mean, there was also a bunch of other problems. Like the thing is, like we didn't even know if Universe could leave EG. Everything was actually insanely fast.
Wait, you already mentioned Kenshi.
Whatever. He just like tweeting and he's just like Facebook messaging is like, you evil people, I'm gonna throw eggs at you. He's like upvoting everyone who's gonna throw eggs at us. He's just going ham.
And now Reddit hates you.
He's actually just like, I don't know, man. He's talking to Ohio. He's like, yeah, those guys fucked you up, man. And then like Mushi messages. He's like, I apologize. Like, I'm so sorry. like to us, he's like, what the fuck is he doing?
Okay.
and he just keeps going.
Mushi apologized to you guys.
Yes.
Oh.
Because of what his fucking
funny.
CEO is doing.
Oh god.
And he's going ham, dude. And then like apparently he's like playing stand-in. He's not. It was Ohio, 100%.
Oh yeah, that. Oh god. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't even want to touch that. I don't even know enough about that to even.
And then the other guy logged in, and I was like, oh, all right, that's him.
God. All right.
And then he dewords my ward. I was like, yep, that's him. And then I play against him a bit.
He dewords your ward. He knows where we're wording. Yeah, that's him. Oh,
and then after I was like, yeah, we don't really know yet. You know, then we interact with him in the game, and I was like, all right, it's actually him. And then we actually start like assuming it's him. We're like, all right, get carried. He's gonna come here. We kill him. We're like, yep, it's him. He's gonna go here. Yep, that's him again. Go. And we just kept. And then he played Omni Knight and Underlord, and like he bought the exact same items. He plays exactly the same way. His mouse clicks are exactly the same. It's like it's him for sure. And not that matters. Like he's allowed to do it. It was scary.
I mean,
you know?
it's not against the rules, so it just
it was fine.
hit it, you know.
So, it's not against the rules, but it's against the rules that he didn't play on his main account.
I mean, right? Okay. Sure.
That's actually against the rules, but I don't think there was any real punishment for that. So, whereas with Universe, like we believe that he could play like Axe or like Enigma or Enchantress or Mirana or like some random ass hero that he plays. and he just plays a lot of Dota in general. He just plays so much Dota. It's actually unreal. And like because of like I played him before, right? I knew how much he plays. I knew I know you can just look at his games, like what heroes he's played. He's played for so long. He's played offlane for so long. He's played every hero, and we really wanted that on our team to make our drafts more flexible. And we also really wanted someone that could carry us, and we feel like he can carry us. Like if we last pick him some Void, he's gonna carry us. If we last pick him some Act, he's gonna carry us. If we give him a good game, he's gonna like really give back. And sometimes we're gonna fuck him up too. We're just gonna give him the shittiest game of his life. But like we want to like be able to balance who carries the game. I feel like you really want to be able to carry the game in all three of your courts, and even your supports. And you have to be able to balance them based on the draft. I do everything exactly the same way. Whereas for Ohio, like, no, even if people are saying like, even if people are like going to him and talking to him and telling him all these good things about him, like for him, his life has changed. He has had to move.
I mean, he's still kicked. Yeah.
Yeah, he's had to move, and then like he has to look for a new team potentially. No, he has to like do things. He has to like make changes in his life, and I think that's usually way harder than what I have to go through. Even if it's like, it's kind of sad, like that everyone hates me or something. It's still like my life really changed. I think so. In that sense, it's not too bad.
Because the last time you played with Universe, bad shit happened. So
yeah,
you think it's gonna go right this time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think he's already playing at his peak.
Okay.
Already.
And the next, so you also believe, like, obviously you wouldn't have made this change, but you think this roster has the potential to win TI. Is that what you're kind of like?
Yeah. Okay. I think every player who plays the game should have that feeling about themselves, or they should just quit.
All right. So
at least for now, like, maybe like 5 years later, like it's okay to just like treat it as your career. Mm-hmm. But for now, I don't think any of the top players do that. I think they all just want to win, and because like there's no point thinking about like money or like other shit. In this game, if you win, everything works out for you, and if you lose, nothing works out for you. And that's it. Unless you're a streamer, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Can I make one analogy?
Sure, yeah.
Not about me, but about the kicking and stuff. Okay. So in fucking sports animes, like there's always this like veteran player, right? He's like he's like third year of high school. This is his last year. He's always like they always talk about this. Like, this is my final year. This is my last chance. And that fucker gets kicked out usually by some first year kid who's like he's like I don't know, he's like 160 cm or some shit, or 150, and he just owns. And like it's always a very hard decision, But at the end of the day, in all the animes, the better player always gets in. And obviously in sports or in like high school, like they can come back because there's bench, right? But they can come back. And in Dota, like they're also kind of bench, but then they usually just leave, right? But like is it that evil?
I mean,